Now you got to feel what Instagram feels because they always got to wait. They always got to delay. So now y'all know how it feels. Okay? Okay? YouTube. I'm coming. Hold on. Let me get Instagram the rules. You know how they be. Here we go. And 3, 2. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Ruth Marquise. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquise, your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that leave quality legacies. Let's build. Today's topic. Do men or women have more options? Do men or women have more options? Which one has more options, men or women? Do women? I definitely put it on do not disturb, but no, it's gonna be that kind of day. Right. Can you guys hear me? Okay, Instagram princess, where you at? Do men or women have more options? Okay. Pin that joint, rule. All right. All right. So I thought that this was a really good conversation. I was going to talk about something totally different, but I was like, he got her stuck. Dun, dun, dun. She got him stuck. I was like, we got to talk about it. All right. So first of all, I'm going to give my opinion. Let me tell you my opinion when we started this journey. My opinion was, like every other woman, that men have so many options. And where you at? All right, thanks. Check Instagram for me. Thank you. Men have so many options, and they just go from flower to flower to flower. And women just sit around and just hope and wait and pray that they get chosen. However, when you start looking at the statistics, when you start looking at the anecdotal stories, when you start looking at what's really going on with the majority of men, you can see, oh, I see why they mad. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I see why they mad. Because it's starting to look like the women have more choices than men. That's what it's starting to look like. And before you truly believe me, sister girl, honey boo, friend, sir, before you believe me, there's 2 types. There's always 2 types or more, but there's 2 types. If you're talking about high value men, if you're talking about the pretty boys, if you talk about the guys with a lot of money, then that's a different story. The athletes, the entertainers, they do have all these options. But the regular guy is not just getting every option in the world. And if you pay attention to the regular guy that is getting a lot of women, he has a way around women. You don't know what his superpower is. You don't know what he's saying to this girl. The guys be looking around like, what is she saying? Let me go back like, it didn't work out, but what did he actually say? Like, what did he say? What was the game that worked on you, Ruth? I was offended. I was offended. Like, yeah, he's a slick talker. I'm like, how y'all just go sit back and watch me and then laugh and then talk about what did he say? That's not nice. That's not nice. Anyway, so it's like we fall for the same type now. So now that I start to see that, and now I start to realize that, men may have some options the more they go on in life, but starting out, not so much. And then I heard he said a statistic of 30% of guys are virgins by the age of 30. And this is how we can prove it. How many women are virgins by the age of 30? And that proves it right there and shows you before the age of 30, these women are choosing whatever, ever. Now, as you get older, as you gain more weight, as you have children, that starts to change. But in the beginning, That's what I should say. In the beginning, women have an advantage, okay? We are known as the fairer sex, okay? So we are pretty. But she has some good arguments. You got to watch it. You got to see this. Ding ding ding. Round one. Here we go. It was good. It was good. And he's a little red pill, and he said a couple things that make me cringe sometimes, but uh he has a point. And she has a lot of points. I was like, ooh, sis, I didn't see that coming.
Finances, you know that a man can have a house with 50K. You know that. But see, women don't even have a concept of the money. Not the house you want. Not the house I want.
She said, not the house I want. See, this one.
That's you wanting more.
I'll be trying. I'll be trying. I'll be trying.
NBA young boy.
Y'all gotta know who I am, first of all. Okay? I'm not automatically going to be on the side of women. I'm not automatically going to be on the side of men. Not going to do that. I'm going to be on the side of whoever's right in the moment, and that's fair. And that's, if y'all was being real, okay? If y'all was being real, y'all'd be on the side of whoever was winning the fight at the time. Can you imagine? This is how. Listen. Wait. Instead of if the gender wars was not you rooting for your favorite team, can you imagine somebody watching the NFL and they say like, I'm asking her the NFL and they're like rooting for their favorite team. What if everybody only rooted for the team that was winning? That's me. If I'm only rooting for the team that's if it's the men that's winning in this minute, then I'm rooting for the men. If it's the women that's rooting in this minute, then I'm rooting for the men. But I'm on the side of truth. Whatever is true. If truth gets a point every single time, I'm right there. What? I'm on the side. What? I'm on that side. Call me ping pong. I don't care. It is what it is. And if we all did that, then a lot of times we wouldn't walk around wrong. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. A lot of times we wouldn't walk around wrong, trying to always men. Let me give y'all this, okay, women. Let me give the men this. Sometimes men they gotta be right so bad. We already know women always try to be right. But these guys, right? They gotta be right so bad. And sometimes you'll get it now and then, you know what, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But they gotta be right so bad. It's always the woman's fault every single time. For the men, it's always for the woman, it's always the man's fault every single time. Somebody gotta be right, somebody gotta be wrong. It can't be the other person. You're wrong because you're a man. You're wrong because you're a woman. That doesn't make sense, y'all. So I just had to let y'all know I'm so fair with it. It don't even make no sense. I'm just for the truth. I'm for the side of truth. Okay. Facts. There we go. Ding ding ding. Talk about a fight. This is a whole fight right here. Here we go.
What? 10 of them. All of them girls. So you have one sexually irresponsible man, but you have 7 sexually irresponsible women, or irresponsible women. Blame the woman. Listen to this. If you're a woman, why are you laying down with the man that you know that does not take care of his children? Uh-oh.
Got him.
Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Give me the HBO special. That's a help brother out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Let's get right
what's his name? His name is the Poor Man Podcast.
10 out of 10. Women are more responsible for failed relationships in 2021. Why do you feel like that? Because, okay, I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna start it off with a question. All right, let me go and warm up a little bit.
All right, wait. So what do y'all think that women are more responsible for failed relationships in 2022? This is what he said. He said women are more responsible. I know where he's going with it, where he's saying like women are responsible for failed relationships because we keep choosing the futures. But at the same time, if I would accept what he's saying, if men will take responsibility, I think I'm gonna be on the women's side today. But if men will take more responsibility and stop leaving everything up to the woman, let me tell you something. Like this is what we need, okay? Let me tell you what we need. We need leadership. We need leadership. Stop saying it's the woman's fault. It's the woman's fault. It's the woman's fault. Thank you, Princess. Every single time, it's the woman's fault. At some point, you gotta say it's the woman's fault. You can even say, "I give you the majority of the time." Hey, Liliana, how are you? I give you the majority of the time. It's the women's. If you said the majority of the time it's the women's fault, but you know men have to take accountability too. I can now hear you. I don't hear no leadership, and it's the woman's fault all the time. Brothers, come on. Thank you. So let's move on. Oh man.
When a man DMs you, what makes you determine whether you respond or you don't respond?
I'll be honest with you, I don't take anyone serious that slides into my DMs. Like, that's not where I'm looking for a relationship from. Like, that's not the mindset I have. So if I respond to a DM, it's based on like what you say to me, and it's on a friendly manner. I don't go based on relationships from Instagram.
So you've never built a relationship with somebody through messaging. That could be DM on Instagram. It could be SMM. What is it? MSM?
A relationship, never.
You've never.
All my relationships, I have met that person like out and about.
Basically, what I'm trying to get at is women look for the wrong things in men, and that's what leads them to a lot of the problems that they have in relationships.
Are you sure that's not women looking for the wrong things in men, or men are looking for the wrong things? Because let me ask you this. Let's turn that question around. What made you DM that woman?
Oh, got him.
Yeah, so like men, y'all basically DM that woman.
What she look like?
Yeah, so like.
All right, let me give him some credit. I give him some credit because he can honestly answer the question. All right, he honestly answering the question, and he knows where she's going with it. So I give him that.
Y'all base that DM on what she looks like, and y'all have no idea like what she has in her head, what she has going for herself. So you're telling me that women go based on the wrong things, but you're going based on nothing but physical. How's that not the wrong?
Well, men are visual creatures. And I think where women fail, especially in 2021, is women trying to be the same as men. I think at first it was about equality. Now women want to be the same as men. But nature has a different role in that.
So men are allowed to be physically attracted to a woman. Women are not allowed to be physically attracted to a man.
You are, but if you go for a man that's physically attractive, then you're looking for the wrong things. Don't you want a protector and a provider?
So you just
okay. All right. This is where she has to understand something. Men and women want different things. However, okay. So she's like, well, you just said you was going by looks, which is true, partially true. That if a man just goes by looks, right? Thank you, Princess. If a man just goes by looks, then he is choosing wrong because looks cannot be the only thing. Okay. When a man is choosing a woman, looks cannot be the only thing. However, this is where she goes wrong. Where she says, why can't a woman choose a man based on looks? Maybe what the actual argument should be is, and I'm not a great debater, that okay, looks should be one aspect, and he's gonna say, oh well, you're supposed to be looking for a provider, somebody that's stable, and that should be the aspect. Why is he saying that? Because women are the fairer sex, so therefore they know they're not the best looking guys. Average looking guys, right, are like, okay, I'm just a man, right? So all men are not supposed to be the cutest of the cute, but y'all keep going for that the person that won, how he says, the genetics lottery. You're going for that guy. And what he's trying to say is you're missing the point. And I agree, where if you only look at looks for a man, then you are acting, I add this, you acting like a man, and that's not the most important thing. If a man is like, oh well, you fine. You fine. You know what happened? Hey, you know what happened when the man is fine. The man is fine. That's when you start paying his bills and you start acting like the man when he fine to you like that. So you have to tone that and dial that down a bit when choosing. All right. Anybody else for all that?
Said it yourself. If the wrong things, but then you turn around
Hey,
and said
Henry.
the question was, women are the reason why relationships are failing in 2021. You clearly just told me men are physical. When you go after physical, you're going after the wrong thing. So how are men not the issue?
I don't like how she say men are well, he did say women are the issue. I don't like the blame game. So maybe that's where I feel irritated. I feel like men, when she say, oh no, I got you on a argument. So how about y'all are the blame? And it's like nobody's to blame. Honestly, it's like some natures, the nature of women and the nature of men is just kind of rubbing together in the wrong way. I don't think anybody's to blame. I think we can just take responsibility.
If you're going after the wrong things, but then you turn around and said the question was, women are the reason why relationships are failing in 2021. You clearly just told me men are physical.
She got you, bro. Because you're going for the pretty girls that don't have substance, and then you try to say women are the reasons why they're failing. Men only complain about those girls that they're going after. Women only complain about the girls that they're going after. Everybody's complaining about the top 20%. Because it's not enough to be pretty. Come on, somebody. It's not enough to be pretty for a man. You got to be gorgeous, drop dead. Your body got to be right. Your body got to be tight. Everything got to be perfect. Right? When it comes to the men. And listen, it is what it is.
After the wrong thing. So how are men not the issue?
Well, men and women are different. You gotta understand that. Off the rip.
So, wait. I want you to see him smiling. Look, because he knows she right. Look.
Body language. Are the reason why relationships are failing in 2021.
Yeah, I did say that.
You clearly just told me men are physical. When you go after physical, you're going after the wrong thing. So how are men not the issue?
She just flipped his argument on him.
Well, men and women are different. You gotta understand that.
Yeah, he's coming back.
So, let's see that word. That's controversial. You can't even say that nowadays.
You can't. Because how are men and women different?
Men and women are different. Wait, so y'all don't think that men and women are different though? I think that it starts when I went on the journey. It's the understanding had to start from there. That we are different. We can't have the same standards like men, women. Let's put a checklist for men and women, what to look for in a partner, and it's going to be exactly the same. No, because men think differently. Women think differently. Men need different things, and women need different things. Men want certain things, and women want certain things. So you can never say we're the same. We're not the same. All right. Henry says it depends on how you were raised. A lot of men and women don't cook, clean, not loyal, or don't know how to manage money. Yes, potential is good saying, but show me and we can build. Absolutely. Henry, did we have you? Let me see if this thing. Is it Leon or is it Henry? Now you got me calling you the wrong name. All right.
In the same way.
Thank you.
We both have the same mind. We both have the same opportunity.
She's about to list all the things that make us the same. Like we all human beings, but we are totally different. Our hormones are different. Our genetic makeup is different. So we're different. It's okay. We asked for equality. We didn't ask for being one person.
So how are we different?
You give birth, don't you?
That's the only thing.
That's a pretty big difference when you're talking about dating based on attraction. Especially when women have the pick of the litter. See, men have to deal with what we can get. Women have the pick of the litter. You get to choose the men that you have.
Do y'all think that women have the pick of the litter? Yeah. Why his sardiness come out? Like, what? I hear it all. Like, women had a pick of the litter. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? What? He about to prove it now. But do y'all think this? That women have more options? If we thought like that, child, we'd be like, hey, we'll be the ones that not. That's so. And this is why we're different, because God made us different. This is why we're different, because God has made us different. We are in the way, if we see one person, we'll focus on one, right? But we have the option of many. Men can have the option, really the option of one or two or few, but they want many. It's kind of like flip-flop. If you think about it, when's the last time a woman was like, you know what, I got this man, he's so good to me, but I need 5 more. I need me a What he said, I need a harem. Will Smith said he need a harem. Do women feel the need to have a harem? Do they? No, they don't feel the need. Why? Because as long as they got that good one person, they're good. Not so much with every man. Now, here's why I asked you that. A lot of men, they are not ever, they know they're never going to reach that financial status or looks or whatever that all women want. So that's when they say, oh, you know what, I'm going to be with one woman. But the question is, if you gave them a gazillion dollars, will they still have the same attitude? I'm going to say it again. If you gave a man a gazillion dollars, would he still have the attitude? How faithful would he be then? That's the question. That's the question. I'm just saying. I ain't challenging you, man. But you, as you can see, time after time, as soon as you give a man a little money, what Jasmine Sullivan say? They get brand new. Oh man, yeah. I wish I could play the song. And I look, at that. Look, let's go to the Jasmine Sullivan. You know I like to take a detour. Google, come on, call in Google. Google, Jasmine Sullivan, brand new lyrics. Okay, let me get it to you real quick. I didn't put that picture up, by the way, my kid did. She said, if I had a dime for every nigga with a rap dream and all the girls I'd be working 2 jobs, but her boys stays at home making mixtape. I can't sing this. If I had a dime for every nigga with a rap dream and all the girls that be riding working 2 jobs, meaning she's holding him down, right? But her boy stays at home making mixtapes with a do not disturb on the doorknob. Then I buy a cheap dress every Friday because I go to every show on the weekend and I gotta look good when I'm repping him. Now he about to sign a deal. He about to blow and gotta move to Atlanta. We about to go. I finally see the light and I'm glad I stayed. But the label said he should be single. Wait, what? He's saying, well, baby, F you and the new crew you rolling with, they don't know you like I do. I swear that when niggas start making money, they start acting funny. There's no love when they come up. They get brand new. This one's for all the baby mamas and them daddies. Remember, y'all used to take bathroom pics in the crib. And he said if he ever got rich, we'd be out this big. And I believe this is. Now you living good while I'm sitting. Oh, he's probably messing with them hoes. I know that. Okay, y'all don't know. Oh, okay. Wait. She said, now I'm calling your phone because you both know I deserve the throne. The phone disconnected. This ain't fair. Who is this? Who is loving you? Yo, that is so funny. She said, never thought that you be acting so brand new. While you're living good, what about me too? Now, let me tell you this, okay? To back to the branding of men, okay? Every man ain't like that, y'all. Every man ain't like that. What do they say? Money will make you more of who you are. Okay? Every man is not going to leave you when they make money, more money. No. Okay? No. Money is going to make any person more of who they are. So if you see them flexing and throwing stuff in your face and doing all that stuff, it's who they was the whole time. Okay? They might have been calm and humble, and now all the arrogance is coming out. And humble people going to stay humble. They don't got the flash. They're not going to be like that. So Henry says, not true. It depends on the man. I have education and money and not funny acting. Just lucky to be healthy and alive. Absolutely, Henry. I'm with you. But that is a song. Y'all don't listen to Jasmine Sullivan, y'all. She will keep y'all single, okay? That's just the Pookies and she's singing the Pookies and Ray Rays, okay? Not to Henry's. Oh, that is so funny because they call you Blue Collar Henry on the show. All right, so let's go back to it. But that's what they're referring to.
This earth and there are
You get to choose the men that you have.
There are more women on this earth than there are men. So therefore,
Facts.
men have the pick of a litter. You can walk into a room, and you can choose from 10 women.
He's smiling.
Women,
you got a good point.
We have to settle. We have to pick and choose what we decide we're going to deal with and what we're not going to deal with, because there are not enough.
I think everybody settles when they're settling down. I'm gonna say it again. I think everybody settles when they're settling down, because you have to pick. It's not really settling. It's just you have to choose who's going to work well for you, who's going to be there long term. So it's not about, it doesn't matter how many options you have. When it comes down to being with one person for the rest of your life, you just got to pick one person.
Men out here that are readily available.
So do you think men have more options than women?
Way more.
So if you text every man in your phone right now and you say you want to smash tonight, what's your success rate on that?
That's not fair.
100%.
That's not fair, because women have access to sex. All right, then. That means you have the pick of the litter, but you don't have the pick of the relationship litter.
Every man in your phone right now.
Wait, go back.
Men out here that are readily available.
So do you think men have more options than women?
Way more.
So if you text every man in your phone right now and you say you want to smash tonight, what's your success rate?
They're talking two different things. When she's talking, she's saying that men have more options to marry, right? But women don't have. Well, I think that's what it really dwindles down to. Men have more options to marry. Women don't, because they don't control that. But women have more options on who they want to smash, and that's that. Women have more options on who they let enter their bodies, and men have more options when it comes to, out of those women, who can he marry, right? So those are two different things that we have to keep in mind. So it's like having an argument on two different levels, because if you look at it from a women's perspective, we don't care about how many people that we could sleep with. We are just looking at, okay, who do I have to have a life partner? That's what that's what she's thinking. That's what women are thinking. But the men are like, no, y'all have more options than us, because at least y'all can hit everything that move. We can't. We want to, we can't. That's not our problem. Right? We don't do it, right? Some women exercise that in their sexual freedom. Go ahead, do your thing. That's not me. That's not us over here. Go ahead, do your thing. But because you will be judged on it. So it's consequences to everything.
100%.
And then they hit you with this, you got to be more sexually responsible because you're the one that carries the baby. All this, let me take the blame off of me as a man and put it on a woman. That's the mind game I don't like.
Okay, now ask me the same question.
That's different.
It depends on how you look. That's what I would answer to, and if you ask for my response on that. So what I'm basically trying to say is, women
every time he's right, she said that's different. But like I said, that's different.
That's different.
It depends on how you look.
Wait, let me start.
So do you think men have more options than women?
Way more.
So if you text every man in your phone right now and you say,
okay, Henry, you got to answer. Do you think men have more options than women? Answer that one for me. All right. Yes, when you have money as a man, you do have more. Look, you already answered it. You do have more options to marry and a better find of mate to have. So true, because the opposite knows their position. Oh, wait. Bentley Don says no. You say men. Okay, well, the question was, help me with my memory. Men have more options than women, and he says no. Why, Bentley Don? So look, let me tell you. This is why I say, please give women grace, because this took a long time for me to get here to understand what's really be going on, because we empathize for a lot of people, but we don't understand certain things. This is one of the things we don't understand. But the facts are the facts. I can't deny the facts. Well, I tell you, I'm on the truth team. Like, well, whoever's winning, whoever got the truth, that's it. Men have less options than women. When it comes to sex, women have, what did I say? Women have more options when it comes to sex. Men have more options when it comes to marriage. And then you switched it though. Hold on. Henry, when you said men with money, and I like your point when you say women know their position. And what is that, Henry? That's so funny. You said the opposite. No, you didn't even say the women know their position, right? Wait, that is so funny. All right, all right, all right. Hello, I love when y'all talk to me. So, when you have money as a man, you have options. So the regular man, that's why I wish they would make the differentiate the difference or differentiate who they're talking about in that moment, because you got to say regular guys don't have as many options as women, but having money as a man evens the playing field. Actually, it gives you a great advantage because now they come in correct. You can have options as a woman. That doesn't mean you can make that man do whatever you want him to do. But having money as a man, okay, so wait, let me try to make this make sense. So having money as a man will get her to play her part, is what you're saying, Henry, right? So that means women should focus completely on their looks, right? And their body, and then that man would do whatever. Is that what you're saying? Is we trying to flip this? We're trying to make it even. We're trying to make it even. All right, so um Bentley Don says women love harder a lot of the time, so they are looking more and more open to love. Oh, that's true. Yeah, they're looking for love, but all they see is sex. So that doesn't feel like options. That doesn't feel like, that's why a woman will stay in her relationship, right? She will stay in her relationship because she knows, and she's smart, and she's wise, and she's not like letting people play in her mind. She knows that the guys out there that's hollering, that's talking, they only want to. Oh, sorry. They only want to sleep with her. She knows she's staying in her relationship because she knows the guys out there want to sleep with her. But a man that's in a relationship, all he wants is to sleep with somebody else. He doesn't want the commitment. He don't want to commit to her too. So in that scenario, men are getting more what they want, and women are not getting more what they want. Absolutely, women love hard. Yes, we do.
You want to smash tonight?
It's part of the curse. Wait, if y'all want to know where it come from, okay? You open the Bible. Adam, what part of his punishment is he has to work every single day. Like he has to work to eat. He has to work to live, right? And the woman's punishment was pregnancy and a desire for only her husband. A desire for only her husband. So that's where it comes from. Why I'm so in love and I just want one man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Because if it wasn't for that, honey, we'd be like this. We'd be just like y'all, like, I fuck him over there, you know. So that's it. So long as you working and she being loyal, listen, where the problem is? Where the problem is?
What's your success rate on that?
100%.
Okay, now ask me the same question.
That's different.
It depends on how you look. That's what I would answer to.
You already know the answer. That's what you say. That's different.
So what I'm basically trying to say is women have the sexual selection.
He said if he goes into his phone, he can't just all the women in his phone. He can't just have sex with them. And then for her, all the women, all the guys in her phone, 100% they'll have sex with her. For all of y'all that believe in male friends, yeah.
So you get to choose who you want to be involved with.
Men are easy. That's the only reason why I can say 100%. Like the thing is, I feel like women are not as easy to get with than as men are.
Are you calling men 304s?
It is what it is. Like men can be in an entire relationship, and you can tell them, "Hey, I want to fuck you tonight," and they will jump on that. And they will forget what they have at home. But I feel like women think a little bit more into that before they make that decision.
Okay, basically what
women think so many more steps ahead. So if she cheats on you, she thought about it way before. It was no spur of the moment. It was no, I couldn't help myself.
Trying to get at is this. If you want a man that can protect and provide for you, because that's a male's role, why are you judging who you want to be with based on appearance?
Because you have to be sexually and physically attracted to a person. I feel like why do we have to?
I think that you have to be, there has to be some, I agree with her where there has to be some attraction. A lot of women say, oh, well, if he's just handling the finances and he's handling paying the bills, like he can be attractive for a man, He doesn't have to be the prettiest man you ever seen in your life. But I don't think that you should just be with somebody that you're not attracted to, because that's that respect level. When y'all fighting and y'all come together and when y'all walk by each other, it's always that attraction that pulls you back. So yeah, there has to be some level. But I think that his point is that y'all are, a lot of women are throwing away a lot of guys because they're not the finest guy, and that's silly. He don't have to be the finest guy, because why? If he had more money, it wouldn't matter. So therefore, sorry, I'm loud today, right? It wouldn't matter. So why are you letting it matter now, and stunting your happiness and growth and relationships because you're so focused on looks? If you could get a guy that was the looker from the jump, then you would have got him by now. If not, then you should consider changing your mind about that. He can be handsome, but he does not have to be a hot pretty boy.
To accept the bare minimum. But for men, y'all, we have to come with 100%. We have to check off every.
You better go ahead and say.
But as women, we
you
have
better say
to
it,
like,
lady.
you know what? He provides. He's loyal.
Ma'am,
he doesn't have to be physically
that's a
attractive.
big deal. What you talking about? Don't gloss over it. Y'all don't want to pay no rent or mortgage. Cut it out. You know.
Y'all, we have to come with 100%. We have
I
to
agree.
check off every box.
When a man look at his face, look at his face. He's like, she got a point. We have to be perfect for them to like, I wouldn't marry this woman, right? But for us, that's what that's what she got a good point.
But as women, we have to be like, you know what? He provides. He's loyal, so therefore he doesn't have to be physically attractive.
What boxes are y'all checking off? Let me know what you.
We check off everything. We are smart.
Okay.
We provide. We're good wives. We're good mothers. We come from good homes. We can cook. We can clean. We're good in bed. Like everything that we have to mount up to, we do. And I feel like as women, unfortunately, we have to settle.
I'm gonna take it in the order that you.
I'm gonna I disagree with the victim mentality of, oh, we have to settle, we got to pick ugly guys. It's like, no, actually, the way women work for real, it's not that we are attracted to like a man could walk by and he could be real fine, but you won't feel like, oh my, let me, ooh, like it's not that, because you have to emotionally connect with that person. A lot of people are like that, and a lot of women are, hey, just off of looks. And that's silly, because that's not, looks ain't gonna pay your bills, sis, and that's what you want him for, right? And I'm not saying everyone wants a man to pay his bills, but you want him to be capable. Now, if there's not an emotional, um if there's, that's why in the beginning when y'all dating, there's more objectivity, because you're not caught up in your feelings yet. But if there's not that emotional part, because once you start dealing with somebody, that's why I was like, maybe what we need to just, I was watching, what was it, Married at First Sight. Maybe we should do a bunch of Married at First Sights for Black people, right? Maybe we should do that, because they over here acting like they the first to graduate in the family, first to get married in the family, and all of that, like it's a huge milestone. And I was like, would this woman give this man a chance if they were not on the show? And maybe this would be, maybe we'll have better results that way, right? And part of the show, but we have better results that way. And part of the show is that you don't get to see what the person looks like. You just marry them, and that's that. So I was like, I wonder, we should do an experiment. Black people just put them together and marry them. Okay, you get to choose. Well, that you can't choose. You could choose probably out of 2 out of 3, or whatever. But the experts have to match you with somebody. I think Married at First Sight is a little extreme. I think you should choose between 3. You should go on a date with them, and then they should surprise you with, no, if they surprise you with who you got married with, that would be crazy too. Okay, I'm confused, I'm stuck. But I'm gonna work on the idea, okay? Because if that was the case, then y'all would give each other a chance. You would give people that you wouldn't give a chance, and you'll see that it's not about looks. and you will be attracted to him because he does for you and he loves you and cares about you, and that's what matters most. And fall in love when it comes to a woman.
You said, because when you ask a question off the top, usually people respond with what's off the top. Okay, right? Your first things that you listed had nothing to do with what men want in women. So what do y'all want? And that's the problem. We want a feminine woman that wants to be fit, that wants to take care of the small inconveniences in our lives and reciprocate the value. So if I go, your first things that you listed had nothing to do with what men want in women.
Right, she said something about provider. I was like, oh, you shouldn't have said that.
We want a feminine woman that wants to be fit, that wants to take care of the small inconveniences in our lives and reciprocate the value. So if I go, the inconveniences in my life. So for me, for example, I go to work every single day. My wife gets to sleep in if she wants to. I have a trip to Florida in 10 days. She's already booked the trip. She's already booked the flight. She's already taken care of the Airbnbs. I don't have to worry about that. When I sit down, she brings me a warm plate. That's something that I look for in a woman. I don't care about if a woman can provide. But why would a man care about if a woman can provide? Do you feel like your household is a typical household that we see now in 2021?
Good point.
Are we now in a
First of all, kudos to him for his situation and that his wife understands the assignment. That's good.
Atmosphere where it's both women and men bringing things to the table.
That's where y'all mess up. When the women and the men bring things to the table, you have to have a whole different conversation.
As far as providing for a household, you say your wife gets to sleep in. Okay, that's really good.
That's not typical.
But that's not typical.
That's because my wife selected me based on my drive and not my appearance. She seen the
Hey,
vision,
Monet.
she seen where I wanted to go, and she helped me get to that position. So
I gotta stop him. I gotta stop him. He said my wife saw where I was trying to go. All right, ladies, do this if you want to. All right, so this is where men contradict themselves and say my wife saw where I was trying to go. There's a lot of guys in the hood like this that say they about to go somewhere, that got crypto, and that's all they do. They ain't got no job, they ain't got no business, they ain't got nothing but their potential. We supposed to see the potential, baby. Oh, she saw the potential. A lot of times women get with men that have a good mouth game. Their potential is the presentation. Their potential is the presentation. All right? They talk about where they're going. They talk about what they're doing, but their the business plan is, this is where I'm about to go with my life. Women buy into it. We try to support you, and then it goes nowhere. Well, we have to be better. Like, you know how the investors be like, well, I've seen a lot of business plans and this is not, there's some things missing. There's some things missing. That's the only way that's going to work, sis. Because if you went by all these guys, everybody you should hear it. I'm finna buy. I'm finna save my money roofing. They're like, I'm about to save money or buy investment cash. I'm like, no, you might want to get a mortgage. I'm buying the cash. I'm like, bro, okay. Anyway, let me stop. But they have this plan. All right. Leave it alone, Ruth. Leave it alone. Some of them be doing it, but a lot of them don't. They just say it.
Even do that. Why do we get called gold diggers? Do you feel like your wife was a gold digger? Because she looked at your drive, she looked at your ambition, she looked at what you could do.
This one's a good one. Okay. Did he know? Did he know? Did he know who she was? I like her. Now, this is a good point. If you look for a man that has leadership potential, character, and is working hard, you should accept him where he is because he has potential. But as soon as you choose that man, then you're automatically a gold digger when he makes it. I can't understand it. Hey, I can't understand it. Which one is it, sir?
For her financially?
My wife was with me since I was 15, so that in particular, I'm gonna give you that, because that's not the typical situation. What I'm trying to get at, if a woman is counted a gold digger if the man already is solidified, and that's what women want in 2021, and that's
he just said. This is what I'm saying. He said, why are y'all choosing based off of looks? It's just y'all just want us to choose whatever's in front of us, right? Because you say you can't choose on looks, you can't choose on potential, and you can't choose on based off he already got it. You just say we need to look for a person that we need to judge by being able to provide. All right, let me keep going.
That's why it don't work out. Y'all try to go for men that are already solidified, that look a certain kind of way, and then when it don't work out, y'all play dumb. Look at it. Look.
Now he's about to win. He's about to win the argument because he's right. You cannot go for the top of the wrong ladies. We can't go for the top guys with all the money because they have multiple women. He's about to show you right now. Hold on.
Look at Brittany Renner. BJ Washington. She dealing with BJ Washington. Oh, he told me this. He told me that. That don't matter. Did he put a ring on that finger? We judge character based off action. We judge characters.
They were married.
We judge character based on action.
Hold on. Liliana says, "Yeah, I didn't go to school to be in the FBI." Right. I gotta go do a background check to see if you're gonna be able to. What is this man's potential? Oh my gosh, relax. Right? Nah, I ain't got time.
They were married, so I'm confused.
PJ Washington and Brittany Renner was married?
Yes.
Oh shit, I fucked that up there. But you look at like situations like Sierra and Future. Look at their situation. You dealing with a man that's been around the block. He got kids. He ain't been taking care of his kids. And now you want to lay up with him. And this ain't even something that's celebrity. Only reason I use celebrities is because we all know them people. I can go to the hood right now to show you hella relationships that's messed up with this dude that's a crackhead. He got 3 or 4 baby mamas. He ain't doing nothing with his life. But because he look a certain way, all these women want to lay up with him. And they...
That's a good point. That's a good point. Didn't I say that we going for the looks and then you end up being the man in the situation because you went for looks? See how that tricky that can be? Tricky. She said they lie so much. I get it. What type you want to be, but damn when now? Wait, they lie so much. I get it. What type you want to be, but damn when? How? Right. He says, I'm sure you're doing greater than yesterday. Thank you, Lalu. I am. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Liliana. Yeah, that makes so much sense. I never understood that. And if you stop giving children to, that's when we're saying, stop giving children to the guy that looks good. If he does not provide, then don't have babies with him. That's a good point. That's a good point. And when you say, I started saying we need leadership, right? And if they're providing their leadership, it's laid back. It's like, hey, take it or leave it, but take it. If he says stop having babies with men that are not qualified to take care of women, or I'm sorry, their children, stop having babies with them. Just because Pookie look good, but he a crackhead, now he's coasting. He said, "You are most welcome, legendary." Thank you. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, so he's like, Pookie didn't have no job.
When you talking about potential, are you talking about Will Smith before he became Will Smith? Because that's potential. Are you talking about Barack Obama when Michelle Obama held him down through law school? Because that's potential.
I think the point, this is a good point. The point is the way you identify a man's potential is you have to see, is he halfway there? Did he try? Did he start the business? Did he open up this and he do this? Did he do that? If you're trying to go based off of potential, and he doesn't do anything, hey, what's up, Lewis? He doesn't do anything to show you that he's working on something. If he doesn't do anything to show you, he says synchronicity. Hey, right? If he doesn't show you, like, okay, if a man says, I'm going to start a cheesecake business, right? He don't even cook cheesecakes yet. He ain't never done a cheesecake factory restaurant. I mean, actual, he doesn't even sell them out the back of his truck yet. He don't got the potential to have a cheesecake business, sis. He got to already start doing what he say he's going to do, and then he can have potential, because in his example, he just said Barack Obama. When Barack was already in law school, that's when Michelle was like, come on, Barack, we're going to do this. Will Smith, I'm sure she met him after he was on TV, after he was acting, come on, let's do this. Now, they weren't at the height of their success, but the woman can see his potential, because he got himself that far. Does that make sense? All right. Now, if you don't pick a man based off of that, based off of, okay, he's already started down the path and he's going somewhere, then you're going to be stupid if you're like, well, why he can't take care of his responsibilities? And if you do it, then it's like you're a gold digger. because you want a man that's already made it, or already halfway made it, or already settled. Which one is it? All we can do, we can't win the argument. All we can do is run in real life. Like I said, pick with potential. Pick the potential based off of the resume, based off of what they've already been doing before you came along. If that, like I said before in another show, if he starts day one after he meets you, he ain't the one. Said you come back in 5 years. If you're still available in 5 years, then he be the one. But if he's starting today after he met you, now I want to start the now I want to do this. No, ma'am. It can't start the day y'all meet. I'm sorry. It's not that's not potential, ma'am. That is wishing, hoping, and dreaming. And there's a lot of guys out there that be like, look, see, I went to church this week. Oh, look, see, I did start school. They don't go to class, but I did start school. They'll play the game with you to try to make you like, see, let me shut her up. Don't try to shut me up, but just be great. Be great and you'll get what you deserve. How about that? Anyway, so I'm not mad. I'm really I really never been. She says sometimes they show potential because of you. You bring the better out in him. Exactly. That is the whole point, Liliana. You have a great point. Because basically we are because you have it's the same thing like when you have a kid, and you're like, I gotta try so much harder because I'm a parent now, right? And you don't want to let them down. When a man has a good woman, he doesn't want to let her down. He's going to try very hard, and he's going to, and she's bringing peace, and she's bringing sweetness and softness. That's the part that they're missing. So he has what he needs to be able to multiply what he needs to multiply, do what he needs to do. I agree with you.
Well, are you talking about a dude that's just sexually attractive that ain't doing that with his life, and you hoping that he get it together one day while he living off of your?
He got a good point. Now you live. She said you was holding them down with 2 jobs while he was in there making them beats, sis. That's the guy he talk about. He talk about the guy. Well, I mean, if the guy's making his little beats, I mean, what else can you do but stick by him, right? But depends on the age. He's saying that. Wait, what did he say again?
Law school, because that's potential. Well, right. Are you talking about a dude that's just sexually attractive that ain't doing that with his life, and you hoping that he get it together one day while he?
Yeah, she's making a reason like, oh, he has potential because he looks good. He looks the part, right? When they was picking the king, and in the Bible, and they was like, oh, God told me, and David's what was it? What's it Saul? No, Samuel came to David's house, and he was like, I came David's father's house, and Jesse, and he was like, I want to pick a king here, and he showed all the sons, all of them look like kings, and he's like, nope, not the one. You got anybody else? I'm like, that one don't even look like a king. But David had the most potential, like he's the most one of the most influential men in the Bible, and was the predecessor of Jesus, or his great grandfather. You understand? So it's not about how somebody looks. It's about what really got put in that person. Do you believe their mission? Make sense?
You living off of your refund check.
I feel like that's easier said than done. Like you said,
you said living off your refund check. Wait. Why she don't even got a job? Why she only got the refund check? We living off your refund check. That's so wrong. He ain't right. That's what I tell you. He's too red pill for me, bro. Cut it out.
As soon as we do that, we get called every negative name
That's true.
in the book. If we look at a man and say, hey, he has a good job, he can financially provide for me, he might not be the best looking, but I look good, we automatically get labeled a gold digger. But you're telling me that's what we should be going after. But you're also saying that, look at Brittany Renner. She went after a guy that could financially provide for her. Yeah. He might not have been the best guy, but would you consider Brittany a gold digger?
I would consider her an opportunist. For sure, and I think that her resume shows that, and I think that that's why she's catching the flack. She's catching the flack.
I think he's saying, like, stop waiting until after they make it to be like, oh, I identified a winner. Like, I think I won, sis. I think I won, right? I think, like, if you should hear the guys, like, when I make it, regular guys, when they talk about how they're going to be successful, they're like, when I make it, I ain't going to win none of y'all out here. It's okay, I don't want none of y'all. I think that stays with the guys when they actually make it. Y'all over here laughing because y'all know it's the truth. Okay, y'all know it's the truth. Hit me with a comment. So hit the like button. All right. So when they get mad and they remember that. So when they get up there where they want to be, I remember all the time y'all used to tell me, no, what? Back then they didn't want me, but now they all want me. That's real. So that's when they had multiple women. I'm like, oh, okay. Now y'all want to give me the time of day and treat me the way I expected to be treated as a man before I had the money. So women, we have to learn to start treating men nicely now. Don't wait till they get the money, sis. Okay. Listen, Michelle's still running Obama, so I don't know what y'all. She's still wearing pants. Got it. Hold on, y'all. Let me fix this. Let me fix this. I gotta do an apple trick just to get this thing. Come on. All right, so I gotta move this. There we go. I got it. I got it. I got it. All right, cool. Here we go.
Because she promoted herself and branded herself as a woman that would go after men for a check.
Why can't we go based off potential and opportunity?
You can go based off of potential and opportunity, but the problem is y'all not going off of potential and opportunity. Y'all going off of men that are already successful. That's the problem.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You have to look at the age that we're dating at this point.
That's a wrong move. She says nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that if you want to get cheated on, sis. Nothing wrong with dating a man, a high value man, unless you want to get cheated on. Then, if you don't want to get cheated on, then there's a problem. Because they already made up in their mind. It depends on the man, okay? It depends on the man, okay? Some guys are not going to cheat on you. I'm sorry. But that's the ones we know about, okay?
We're successful younger and younger. We're not talking about these people that are becoming successful in their 50s and 60s. People are becoming millionaires in their young 20s.
That's Instagram.
Thank you. That's Instagram. That's like when people think that all realtors are in their 30s or 20s. Realtors are in their 50s. And it's mostly women. Women in their 50s. And that's the statistics, okay? The statistics say this is what we got going on. You can't just make up whatever you feel like something is. It's the numbers for me.
Men don't reach financial potential, the peak of their financial potential, until about 55 to 65 years old.
That's not always true, though.
It's not always true, but see, now we go into the exceptions.
But you don't know who I date. What if I date the exception?
We go into the exceptions.
What if I date the exception?
But you don't, because if you was dating the exceptions, you would still be with them.
Ooh. Face. Y'all see the face? Hey, man. He said, if you was dating the exception, then you'd still be with them. Ma'am, aka, ma'am, I don't see a ring on your finger. You just dating these mofos. You're just dating them. You're not marrying them. They're not marrying you, ma'am. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Who says I'm not with them?
Okay, maybe that's fair. Okay, what I'm basically getting at.
Smiling. Look, she lying. She lied right the wait. Hold up. Wait. She lied, right? Look. And then she got the little sneaky grin. You gotta watch body language. Look how she looks to the right. Watch.
That's Instagram. That's the difference in perspective. Men don't reach financial potential, the peak of their financial potential, until about 55 to 65 years old.
That's not always true, though.
It's not always true, but see, now we go into the exceptions.
But you don't know who I date. What if I date the exception?
We go into the exceptions.
What if I date the exception?
But you don't, because if you was dating the exceptions, you would still be with them.
Who says I'm not with them?
Okay, maybe that's fair. Okay, what I'm basically getting
She's
at
smiling.
is women.
She lying. She lying. You lying. That's the lion face. That's the lion face. Ladies, stop. Stop, ladies. Stop. Is this the lion face, ladies? Is this the lion face, ladies?
Conqueror that had one woman.
LeBron.
You think LeBron got one?
I always wonder.
I'm an ex-professional athlete. Come on, let's keep it a buck. You think LeBron ain't? And I'm not even going. And you can't even count Martin Luther King because he was sleeping around.
He was.
Right. So what we talking about? Any good man that has already been established? Come on, let's just keep it.
I'm just saying.
It's a clean image. Didn't we just discuss that if you text everybody in your phone right now, you said 100% success rate will sleep with you? That's not the case for average men. Do you know that 30% of men will be virgins by the age of 30? Who have never touched a woman?
And that proves that men have more options. I mean, that women have more options than men.
That means that women have the selective choice of
Yes,
who they mate
we
with.
do.
So
We just don't realize our potential. If we knew that for real, and are so good and everything, then we'll make better choices. And that's why they always say y'all should make better choices. And that's why men don't feel bad for us, because we got to choose and we chose incorrectly. So basically, they're all willing to sleep with us, but we have to choose which one has the best character, potential, lifetime partnership, whatever, um, qualities that would help us to have a better future. And that is going to determine if you're going to be a single mom, if you're going to be a married mom, if you're going to be a mom at all. All right, bye.
you have the responsibility of who you allow in your body. Y'all choosing them based off of parents. That's what I'm trying to get at. And y'all got a layout. All you gotta do as a woman is, okay, so for men, our burden to society, our burden to humanity is to build civilizations. That's our job. Whatever you want, I'm gonna provide. Men, build the microphone, build the camera, build the house. This is all men. This is what we do. We provide. You gonna make the face like we don't
Look
do
at
that?
me.
This is what.
And this is it. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, ma'am, it's a journey for the women. It's a journey to accept what is going on here. It ain't easy. It's hard to just accept it just like that. We ain't gonna we're not finna accept it just like that. It could be the truth, but we ain't gonna accept it like that. We gotta make a face. That's a hard pill. You swallowing a hard pill right there. Okay, let me go back.
You want? I'm gonna provide. Build the microphone, build the camera, build the
I love
house.
my job, by
This
the
is
way.
all men. This is what we do. We provide.
Look at me.
You gonna make the face like we don't do that?
Look. First of all, I gotta acknowledge the men. Okay, men that listen. You cannot, ladies. I gotta talk to you. You cannot just think you're gonna make any kind of face with any kind of man, ma'am. Oh no, some of them will watch what you're saying and they get upset about the faces that you're making. So, ma'am, if you wear your heart on your sleeve, if you have a face, if you got one of these, if you got one of those, if you got one of these, you know how we just wear our emotions on our sleeve, on our faces. The men be watching. The men are watching, and everybody is. They're like, "Oh, look at look. His face says it all." He's like, "So you really gonna tell me you gonna make that face?" What show was I watching? Was it It was The Ultimatum. I gotta watch more of my other shows, my relationship shows. The Ultimatum. The guy was like, "You really gonna make that face?" He was so offended. I'm like, "Why would you be so offended that she making faces, bro?" It was not even like, yeah, it was one of those expressive men, expressive women. He said first he said he had the girl that wasn't expressive at all. Then he got him a good black woman who going to all that, right? And he was like, "Wait, what's happening here? Why are you making this face?" He couldn't handle it. It was too much. That's all I had to say. All I say about
This is what we do. We provide.
Women have started things first a lot of the time, but it's okay. Go ahead.
She's like, yeah. I just want to throw that we did some stuff too. Y'all didn't do everything for us.
I feel like men have too many options.
Just let them have it.
I feel like
she went back to the point.
Men kind of are at this point, like they find something good, but they're never satisfied. So whenever they feel like something else comes to them that might be a little bit better, unfortunately, they hop on that and they take that next option.
I would give her that. I would give her that. And I would say that there's some secret things that women are missing, and that's why men do that. That's why men do that. Or some of them are greedy. But a lot of times the woman has something missing in her ingredients pot, right? And that's whatever it is making him hesitate. It's something that's missing between the two of them, or between her, or between him, that make him say, you know what, maybe I should get something else. And sometimes he wants something less serious, right? And that's his prerogative. So it's not that they always automatically want to jump on something new. I don't think men always want to just jump on something new. I think that they are trying to go for the best option for them. And sometimes women just get stuck at trying to make him the one, and men are actually looking for the one, right? So once they see the one, then you start seeing him like, well, what's all this fast action? What's all this? Some guys are gonna go for it once they find the one. They're not gonna waste no time, depending on a man's personality, right? They're just gonna go for her. So it's not so much that, oh, you found a good thing. Like, you are self-proclaimed a good thing. But did he say you were a good thing? Because all that matters is what he says about the situation if he's the one that got to make the move. Make sense? All right.
So when I just said the statistic that 30% of men will be virgins, that didn't
She skipped over that.
That didn't show to you that men don't, by and large, have the majority of the options. Men get with what they can get. Women get to choose who they want when it comes to sexual.
I feel like virgins could be not shit too.
Oh gosh.
Your phone that you get to choose from.
What's she mad about? How you mad at a virgin? I'm confused. Who hurt you, ma'am? How you mad at a virgin? I can understand. Like, do you think a guy that's a virgin is sitting there saying, you know what? I'm just gonna play with this girl heart and that girl heart and that girl heart. I'm still a virgin though. No, he focused on that. You know what? I don't know. I did see a guy that said he was celibate. He was being a whole jerk. So I don't know. But I'm gonna go with what I said first. I ain't gonna be on her side because that was crazy.
Those are all men that are in your plethora.
How you gonna say a man that had not had sex with any woman is still trash? That means you really think. That means you have solidified in your mind all men are trash, and you believe in misandry, which is the opposite of misogyny. This is the healing that needs to be done.
Be involved with. Now it's up for you to decide whether those men are good candidates for you to be involved with. Now that's your responsibility as a woman. Like I said, a man's responsibility is to build civilization and society. A woman's responsibility is to bring forth the next generation of society builders. That's your job.
No. I feel like I have to disagree.
She said no. I'm just gonna have to go with no. What I don't understand is how he skipped the whole part of art. He's like, okay, we supposed to build society. And then what I hear is, and then play with the women. Like, I'm confused. What part of you have to participate in raising your kids and being a man to your woman part? I feel like he's skipping it. He say, our job is to build society, and your job as a woman is to raise the next generation of who's gonna build society. It's like saying like, I get that part, but it's like I feel like something's missing. I do get that part. Don't get me wrong. I get that part, but something's missing there where you keep escaping the responsibility of a man with a woman. I don't know. It's weird to me.
I feel like women build families, women build households, women build homes. So I'm gonna have to disagree with you there.
How can
I
you
think
say that
she's right about that.
women build these things, and you say that men are responsible for the failings of relationships, but the things
I don't agree with the way she agrees though. I think that we are nurturing the family and growing the family and making sure that they'll be all right. We didn't build the home though. We take what we women, we just multiply. That's what we do. We multiply, we carry, we multiply.
that you listed that women are bringing to the table in relationships aren't things that men want in relationships.
Maybe not what you want, but I feel like that's what the typical man wants.
If I can provide for my family and my kids, and I make enough money to do that by myself, why do I care about how much money you bring to the table when you want me to pay all the bills anyway?
Got him.
So when I ask you what you bring,
Got him.
You know the bills nowadays.
When I ask you
got him. Wait, got him right back. Hold on, got him right back.
Why do I care about how much money you bring to the table when you want me to pay all the bills anyway? So when I ask you what you bring to the table,
paying all the bills nowadays.
When I ask you,
men are asking women to bring money to the table too. Stop
Men
it.
are asking women to split checks.
Well,
women go to dinner and men are asking to go Dutch.
That's because
I'm sorry,
you ask for equality.
This is where I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? Y'all can't see the screen. I'm sorry. Wait. He said, this is why I said he did not concede. Like, it's true. Just say men are asking for that. You never asked for that, but men are asking for that. And, what didn't ask me, but, And he won't just admit it. He won't just say like, yeah, that's messed up. You know what I mean? He's just like, y'all ask for equality. It's like, stop.
You're not paying. If you ask for equality, we give you what you want. You ask for society, we give you what you want.
Because you're broke.
Ooh.
And because we can provide better.
Ooh.
Oh, is that what it is? Because last time I checked, women don't make as much as men on average.
Ooh.
Last time I checked, it's a lot of women that think they boss babes and boss B words walking around here.
All right, wait. She started playing dirty. Y'all saw it. He didn't get fresh with her until she got fresh. So I give him that. He's like, oh, you wanna talk tough? Let me show you.
That's solo and angry and sad.
See, he didn't say that stuff until she said, if you broke, say it. When we say stuff like that, y'all asking for them to go hard and then don't get your feelings hurt.
See, I don't like that.
See? I don't like that. I'm sorry. This is what men are talking about. Okay? They say you want equality, but as soon as I handle you like a nigga, then you're like, I don't like that.
Like that. So you're telling me just because she's a boss, she has to be solo, she has to be bitter,
I don't
she
like
has to
that.
be by herself. I have to disagree because I feel like whenever men want to be a boss, whenever men want to be this like mogul, women praise them. But whenever it comes to black men and whenever it comes to black independent women, y'all automatically consider us bitter because we're successful, and that's not fair.
What we don't have anymore is family. Right? And that's because the women, what we want from women, they're not providing to us. We don't have any stability in our household. When you look at the Martin Luther King movement, when you look at the Malcolm X movement, when you look at Black Wall Street, all that was built by black families, not by black women being independent women.
That's
looking
a good
for
point.
The highest guy on the totem pole that they can get. Because you understand that when men have opportunities like
I feel like this is a gross negligence. Your Honor. Your Honor. Ooh, that's harsh. Basically trying to say we only single mothers because we trying to go for the highest guy, and that's not 2 + 2 ain't 4 right there. It's way more to that than that, okay? But I can see where he's coming from. If this mentality is like, oh, I'm going for the best guy, and I'm going for a 6-figure guy, and it's only 5 of y'all, so all of us gonna have babies with you, and this type of thing, like, yeah, that's a problem. I can understand that. Woo! That was rough. That was rough, y'all. Ooh, that was a hard one for me.
Like you said, they largely do not.
I can't say it's 100% lie. I can say it's a 90% lie.
Down with one woman. So why are women opportunity like you said?
All right, let me go back.
All that was built by black families.
Can y'all please answer his question? Is he right or wrong?
Not by black women being independent women, looking for the highest guy on the totem pole that they can get. Because you understand that when men have...
He's trying to say if we want to fix our situation, it's not going to be fixed by independent women being the head of household. And I agree. It's not going to do that. It's going to be built off of families. That he's trying to say, let the men back in the home and let them lead the families and all that jazz. I hear you, brother. I hear you.
Opportunity, like you said, they largely do not settle down with one woman. So why are women looking for men that are the most handsome and tallest guy that got all the money when that's not the guy that's statistically speaking going to stick with you, and you know that because you just said it.
So to go back to your point,
instead of saying yes,
the reason we don't have families is because black men are not present. Let's take a plethora of examples. Let's look at Tristan Thompson. Tristan has a 3rd baby mama, okay? And he was willingly sleeping with this woman unprotected.
This is a good topic.
Nutting in her, okay? He knew what the
very graphic, ma'am. Relax.
But as soon as she got pregnant, he said, well, I'm not going to be present. So why are you even having the baby? So why are you having unprotected sex with a woman when you don't even plan on being present for a...
That's a good point. That's a good point. And that is, we are constantly saying we want male leadership. Constantly. We just have to accept it. And we want male accountability. And we've always wanted that as women. I'm sorry, but we need that. And it's no, oh, women have to take accountability. That just says that we are running stuff. We're running the black community. We have to take accountability because we're leaders. So what are we going to do? Women. What are we going to do, women? Are we going to just be like, you know what? Since we the leaders, we'll take accountability. I feel like whoever takes accountability Whoever takes the blame, whoever stands up and be the leader, it will be the leader of all time at this point. For real. Because it's like, oh, you shouldn't have ever let her know you. You should never do this. He gonna say she got birth control, she got this, she got that, and like that mentality. Y'all want to be masculine, but y'all got that feminine mentality of like, oh, it's not my fault. Bobby did it first. Sissy did it first. You gotta strap up. What are you talking about? Yes. As a man, you have to be like, listen, I don't want to have a baby, so I gotta be responsible. Yes, women can back it up, but yeah, there's been times where you can actually get pregnant on birth control. Y'all know that. Why are you leaving it up to women to decide fate and decide this and decide that? It's irresponsible. And that one, I'm never going to be like, okay, guys, y'all can have that one. No, y'all need to step that up. Absolutely.
A possible baby that could happen.
Okay, listen to this.
Especially if you know you just in casual situations, you definitely, absolutely, positively. What positively? Positively, I said it. It is what it is.
Hit me up. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Talk
Big future.
Hey, Tug.
10. He's like, what, 10? 10.
10. God.
NBA young boy.
It's irresponsible.
10 all of them girls.
But he can have as
So
many
you
he
have
want, but
one
he just
sexually
find a family.
irresponsible man, but you have 7 sexually irresponsible women.
Look, it just never stops. Nobody talks about this, how men don't take responsibility, even in conversations. Even in conversations. So I'm supposed to take responsibility for women, but there's no man, but like, you know what? That's effed up that the man had 10 kids. That's messed up that the man ain't taking care of his kids. Back to the woman. She knew what she was dealing with. No, they don't know. And I'm not going to play the victim with them too. They should know.
Responsible man, but you have 7 sexually irresponsible women. Or in Future's case, you said 9 sexually irresponsible women. Because why would you
blaming the woman?
Listen to this.
See?
If you're a woman, why are you laying down with the man that you know that does not take care of his children?
It's a good point.
You're going after status symbols. You're going after men that you
find
that are successful that already have the clout. You know that they're not going to stick to you. You already said
clout
that.
Chasing.
And then when you get left in the dust, you cry on social media.
This is how men see it. You see? You see why men are necessary? Because if your brother would have told you that stuff, if your dad would have told you that stuff, you'd be like, dang, that's a good point. You got to wait until you're good and grown and somebody really put it in your face. But like, dang, that's kind of messed up. Look at the face.
Like this, like you didn't know it was going to happen. You knew what you came for.
Y'all know how men are. Men go in.
When you say y'all know how men are, you already know it's blaming men time. It's the blaming each other for me.
To a relationship, they might have a bad history, they might have a bad rap, but when you go into a relationship, they might be telling you sweet nothings. Okay?
You can't believe
Next
it.
thing you know, you think you're different.
I hear what she's saying, and if you believe that women should stay naive, okay. He said this to me, and he said it. Don't believe nothing, sis. Don't believe it. That's what I would say, and that's the guy. The guy's gonna say, "Why did you believe him?"
Okay, so you.
You know how somebody having a conversation over somebody's head? He's like, I'm talking to all the guys out there. Y'all saw what I did there.
You think you're different, and you feel like the story might play out differently for you. So how are you going to blame the woman when it's the man that has the children? This woman is coming in no kid.
What we're not gonna do is, at some point, you got to be like, look, he's not taking care of his kids. I'm not going to be with that person that's not taking care of his kids. We just have to know that across the board. We didn't know, now we know. That's that. You can't play the victim like, I'm the one, no kids. No, she probably wanted that baby. She's like, give me that baby. The way women moving nowadays, give me that baby. She's trying to get her check. Get out of her way.
The man has all the history, and you're telling me you want to blame the woman?
I blame the woman because she's dealing with a man she knows is number 1, because she's dealing with a man that she knows is inconsistent. Number 2, because she has birth control. She has Plan Bs. She has.
And men can't.
The reason why, and now I know why he did that, because I didn't understand him the first time. The reason why he said she has birth control, she has Plan B, she has all of that, and I'm like, well, what about condoms? The reason why he said that is because he's saying stop making her a victim. Okay? Women, we got to stop playing the victim. Okay? We do have methods to protect ourselves, but the first method is look at the person in their resume. What have they done in the past? That's a good indicator. Stop expecting people to change for you. Oh, he changed for me, girl. No, he ain't changed. He's changing long enough for the wedding. And the day after, that's how you get those guys that sleep with your bridesmaid the night before the wedding, honey, because you thought he changed. Cut it out. He is what he is. It is what it is. Unless he can prove to you, go back to that resume, unless he can prove to you that in the recent past, he has not been a dog or a cheater or a philanderist, whatever. If he can't prove that to you based off the last situationship, don't or situation, then you don't be the one that he be like, nah, don't be his what is the thing called when you trying something? You're not the trial period, my friend. You need to 7 days is up.
Yes, hold on. No, I got you. Okay, I got you.
Men can't just be.
I got you. She has birth control, Plan Bs. She has condoms. Worst case scenario, she has reproductive rights. When a man sleeps with a woman and that child or that what it is, I ain't trying to for the algorithm. When it goes inside of her, that's up to her. He is 100% responsible. The government will even hold him responsible. A woman can put a child up for adoption and have no connection to that child whatsoever. Men have less reproductive rights than women. Now, we can talk about condoms, but if we just keeping it above, these women decided to lay down with men that they knew were inconsistent, and that's their problem, and that's the problem at large. A lot of women are deciding to sleep with men that they know are inconsistent, and they don't care.
So you said that women have condoms. So why is it when...
I mean, he just said something so real. And I never really saw it that way. It's like women have all these choices. Unfortunately, morally, some women feel like there's no choice. That's a part we don't really talk about. That some women don't really believe in, those things like deletions and stuff like that. So that's why they be like, oh, I have no choice but to have this baby. But guys are thinking like, that's still another option. That's still another avenue. You got this, you got that. Why you got to keep this baby? And it's like something out of your control as a, if you put yourself in a man's shoes, it's something out of your control. So the only way you can do it is be a leader, sir, and just be in control and handle it from the beginning, and that's the best move to make. Instead of saying I'm leaving, can you imagine you're leaving it up to the woman and you call yourself the man and the leader? Oh, isn't that cute? It's up to you, babe. Whatever I'm going to pay. And then you're going to be mad about child support. Y'all need to take responsibility. Just like women need to take responsibility as well. Period.
Ever a man tries to go in raw, you tell him no. You're like, where's the condom at? Oh, I don't have condoms. But if the woman was to pull a condom out, would you not feel like, why do you have to talk about sex before you have sex?
Oh, this is a good conversation. She get really graphic. I was like, I ain't want to go there.
When you lay down with a man and you ain't even talked about...
Hold on. It's a good point.
Condom out, would you not feel like, why she have condoms?
No, I feel like, okay, she being responsible at least. Because what are we doing? If I'm not willing to have a child and I understand me as a man, me being a responsible man, this is what you should be looking for. If you look for a man that's going to question you on that, you shouldn't even be in that situation.
Period. Is a good point. This is why you have to differentiate. Differentiate. He said, I'm a responsible man. Y'all can't see the fadeaway. The responsible man. You see the fadeaway? Okay. So that means they all not responsible. So stop talking about the ones that are irresponsible, because those are not the ones you should have in your life anyway. That's one. Okay? That's one. You learn it. He said, if you, lots of gems. I'm telling you gems today, baby. If you, and this is a red pill guy, mind you.
To have a child, and I understand me as a man, me being a responsible man, this is what you should be looking for. If you look for a man that's going to question you on that, you shouldn't even be in that situation.
So he's trying to say, when you pull the condom out, you already vetting this man, okay? Saying that if he feels like he doesn't answer you in a proper way, then that's not somebody you should be dealing with in the first place, because he's an irresponsible man. That's deep. Ladies, we can't do nothing about the past. All we can do is learn about the future and teach our daughters, ladies. That's it. Don't be mad. Being mad is not getting us nowhere. Learning. Hey.
Why are you trying
to go in raw in the first place?
Why are you dealing?
It's that. Oh my gosh, Jesus. She's missing it. I can take the point.
With a man that you don't know in the first place.
Well,
responsible at least. Because what are we doing? If I'm not willing to have a child, and I understand me as a man, me being a responsible man, this is what you should be looking for. If you're looking for a man that's going to question you on that, you shouldn't even be in that situation no way.
If he questioned you pulling out a condom, then you shouldn't be dealing with that man. Showing you what kind of man she deals with or we deal with.
You trying to go on Raw in the first place?
Why are you trying to go around?
Why are you dealing with a man that you don't know in the first place?
That's a good point. Why are you trying to go around in the first place? Oh, I didn't know we was going in today. But that's facts. Be responsible. Everybody wants each other to be responsible. But nobody wants to take responsibility.
What are we doing? If I'm not willing to have a child, and I understand me as a man, me being a responsible man, this is what you should be looking for. If you're looking for a man that's going to question you on that, you shouldn't even be in that situation no way.
Why are you trying to go on Raw in the first place?
But why are you dealing with a man that you don't know in the first place?
How do you think I don't know him? Just because, what? How?
When you lay down with a man and you ain't even talked about sex before you having sex, what are you doing having sex?
Why do you have to talk about sex before you have sex?
She's telling herself 5 times in a row, honey. That was so fast, I had to rewind again and again. Tell me what y'all think.
Because if you can't have a conversation,
that means she's never had a conversation about sex before sex. That means you all in your feelings and emotions and spontaneous. You're about to say the word spontaneous. Spontaneous. Not only is it you don't know them, you're spontaneous. Hold on. You don't know him, you're spontaneous, you didn't talk about it, and now you're mad that he didn't use y'all didn't talk about all that stuff. Of course he's not going to use it. Then you refuse the kind of word, and then you want to say, well, why did he do all of that? Ooh. We're not looking good, ladies. This not feeling good. This feeling bad. This is one woman, but I can see how a lot of women can go down this rabbit hole. Ooh, I'm sorry. Is it just me? Y'all disagree? Let me know.
But why are you dealing with a man that you don't know in the first place?
How do you think I don't know him? Just because, what? How?
When you lay down with a man and you ain't even talked about sex before you having sex, what are you doing having sex?
Why do you have to talk about sex before you have sex?
Because if you can't have a conversation about something that you're uncomfortable with, why are you doing it?
You're saying that you're
If
uncomfortable.
you're doing something that could
dictate she said, I'm a whole 3 of She said, I am very comfortable sleeping with strangers. Sometimes you need to stay home. Don't get on the internet. He says, when the title is When Being Strong and Independent Goes Wrong. This did not go right for her.
Entire direction of your life. And you think that you should be as irresponsible as to not even have a conversation as to whether you should use protection before you do it.
Why didn't she say it's a good idea? That would be a good idea to have a conversation about it before I do it. Instead of saying, why would I have a conversation about it? This is
as a woman.
So you're telling me you've never had sex unprotected?
I'm telling you, I got a wife, so I do it how I shoot the club up, baby. But that's me. We hit on some good points when it comes to the whole dynamic. But the truth of the matter is, and I think we agree now, you can jump around the loop and jump around the whole circles. You agree with me that men have fewer options? No, you don't.
She said it changed. Oh my gosh, I'm done. Women. When they are beating the point into you, ma'am, you're hard-headed. Like this woman was hard-headed. I'm sorry. He proved his point 3 different ways. We went down every rabbit hole, and he proved it. You know, he said, my memory not that all right. But he said that men are virgins. 30% of men are virgins by the age of 30. That's one. He said, y'all over here giving it up to the rich guys. That's 2. And y'all not, instead of it, and y'all over here, we can't have no movements. We can't have no progress because y'all over here trying to be single moms, independent boss chicks, and running the household. But that's not what the foundation of those other movements were about. He went in several ways, and I agree with him that men have less options, but they can move up and down that rung, whether they have money or not. All right. And she said herself that they have to, sorry, let me put this around. She said to herself that women have to settle on looks when it comes to men. She said that. She said women have to settle on looks. Men are expecting them to say, oh no, I don't care about your looks. I only care about you providing, right? And that wasn't. He proved his point. That's all I can say. Do you think he proved his point? Watch from the beginning. Comment below. I do now. I've already thought this way, but I had to be solidified in my mind. Like men don't have that many options. But they don't have that many options when it comes to sex. But they do have a lot of options when they want to get married. I still think they have more options like her. When they want to get married, they have more options. Maybe it's fewer than what they want, but they have more options. And when it comes to being in a relationship, they have more options. But women have the control over sex and babies. That's it. That's what they do. That's what they have. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching my show today. I hope you guys learned something. Let me know. Post below if you learned anything. If you like the show, please friend know. And thank you. Spread the word about Ruth and relationships. I bless your family, your dating life, your married life, or whatever you want in life. Okay. Thank you so much for watching Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationships. Tell me, can you handle it? It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. Bye.